John, I just wanted to get you to talk a little bit about this masterpiece here.
Sure.
It's absolutely stunning, and we're really excited to be the owners of it right now.
For now.
For now.
Right. Hopefully at the end of the event, somebody will be taking it home, and then you won't own it anymore.
Yeah. Super lightweight.
Yeah, it's a beauty, man. I mean, I wanted to do something special, something different than the ordinary, and this is different, you know. I made one for NAMM a while ago, and people really dug it. And I said, you know what, it'd be cool to get one out here to the Canadians, man, and maybe they'll take to it. And right away, somebody spoke up. You know, I'll show it off a little bit. It's basically a two-piece Okume mahogany style back that's been chambered. Right. So it's got chambers in it, right? And the top is spruce, which is normally used on acoustics and gretsch and stuff like that. And I think it gives a good resonating tone for the guitar as well. Didn't want to put any F-holes or anything, and I just thought it sounded and it looks so much cooler, just like a regular Tele, you know. The color, obviously, I used a faded Gibson cherry red color that I like to shoot on a lot of my guitars, and it just really, I think it really blends really well with the tinted copper color that I put over the top of it. It's got some white moto binding around the edge, the top edge, which is really, and matches with the pick guard as well.
Right.
And it just kind of all ties in together. Of course, it has the Bigsby B5 that we use on it.
TV Jones.
Yeah, the TV Jones pickups. We have the custom shop knobs that I came up with a couple years ago at NAMM.
That's actually really awesome.
Yeah, there's several different variations of the knob too. We have it for like the 50s Tele style. We have the P-bass style of flat knobs. We have what we call our Harley knobs, which we use big flying saucer type knobs we use on custom Strats and stuff like that. Yeah. So there's different variations of it, and I thought that would add in nicely to the overall look of the guitar. You know, TV Jones pickups sound great. I also added people say that's a nice rosewood neck. Well, this is a walnut neck,
right?
Which is very cool sounding, and there's a good feel to it. Of course, it's got my neck shape that I really dig on, the larger C shape. This finished in oil finished, so it's it's not tacky like I'm not a big fan of the lacquer finishes. They're good and durable and everything, but I'm more of I like to feel more of the natural wood when I play on my necks. I did like a 5A flamed skunk stripe on the back, so that's just kind of like wow. And even the plug up in the front is the same thing. So taken from the same wood and cut and shaped and put in, and very cool.
Also noticed that you put the John Cruz actually on the back plate as well.
Yeah, whenever we do like custom builds and stuff like that, the builders like to have a little more originality, and I did this. I think John English was one of the first ones to do it years ago.
Right.
And I thought, man, that's cool. And I had him do a prototype plate for me, and I put it in a show, and the Japanese guys got it, and they loved it. And since then, they've been ordering. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start making a few of these and put them aside and doing for like custom.
Just for
whenever I do specialty pieces, I think it's kind of a cool thing. Of course, all the master build guitars get the master builder decal on the back.
Right.
That signifies that it is definitely master build. And mine, I'm like one of the only ones left that uses my own serial numbers on the back. Everybody else is just using our regular CN plates that we have on the back, which is serial number in its own. But this is just an individual serial number that I like to use.
Do you mark the guitars underneath the neck or something else?
I do. I sign the bottoms of my necks and in the neck pockets, and with a description of the guitar, usually and the date that it's built. When I do like relic guitars and that really more vintage savvy look, I'll usually put down the same thing, the description and the year that it was made and everything. But I'll like underneath pick guards and stuff like that. I'll do like true vintage savvy stuff that they used to do back in the day with a piece of masking tape in there written, with the signature of the builder and the year that the guitar was actually manufactured. Like if I did a 63 Strat, I would put like 1063 on it. Even though it's not really a 63 Strat, but because it signifies that in the neck pocket, it just kind of all ties into the vibe of the guitar. So yeah, there's things that we'll definitely be talking about today that people don't really know about, that would never really take their guitars apart once they get them, but you'll know this is the kind of details that Master Built does.
I think people should know about that because somebody might open it up and
I
see
agree.
a piece
What?
of tape.
What is that? What are these holes here? And yeah, we'll go through that.
I've actually had customers come in and they've bought like a brand new 54 or a reissue of a guitar, like and open it up and say, why does it say relic under there? It's not a relic because it's not all scratched up. Because I think nowadays everybody's used to hearing the word relic,
Right.
and as a term of like, you know, a finish, right? And I think in custom shop you guys kind of do that. But do all the necks, or maybe I'll ask Joe this, do they all say relic on them? From the custom shop, if it's a reissue of it?
Well, sometimes orders change
Yeah.
too during the process, you know, of the development of the guitar.
Right.
And a guy could call up, go, look, I really don't want a relic, I want an NOS guitar.
Right.
And the neck's already been run, but fortunately it hadn't been relic yet, so you
Right.
could still use it for that guitar.
Oh, I got you. Cool. Yeah. Was there anything else that you wanted to point out on this one, or anything?
Yeah, somebody take this off my
Yeah,
hands. I
it's
don't
for
want to take
sale.
this through customs going home. They'll murder me on it, but it's
Three-way
a beautiful guitar. Yeah, three-way switch, TV Jones pickups. You know, our standard, you know, the bridge that we use on the Jazzmasters and Jaguars is very cool.
Those are the classics.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just got a great tone, man. I mean, I
Yeah.
hope
It's
somebody
very
will plug
loud.
it in today. It's a very loud, resonant guitar.
I'm glad you mentioned the spruce top on there because
Yeah.
we had no idea.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know? And now that you mentioned that binding on the back of the neck,
Oh, yeah.
I just can't stop looking at it. It's very noticeable.
Yeah, plug it in. A lot of people ask, you know, what makes our master-built guitar a master-built guitar? And the answer we always give is pick it up, plug it in, listen to it. And the feeling you get is
Well,
you're
that's what
very
happens
happy.
here. We have some master builds, and people would say, "What's the difference between the master build guitar and a team build guitar?" Because you know the team build and the custom shop stuff that you guys are putting out are so good, and you know a lot of times I'm just putting them in customers' hands and saying, "Plug it in and check it
Absolutely.
out," and they notice the difference. John, you know that's the best part.
They're all fantastic guitars, whether it's custom built or master built. But with a master built guitar, you have one of the greatest artists in the world, guitar builders in the world, building that guitar, overseeing the entire project from start to finish, matching the neck with the body, making sure that the weights are correct, making sure that every aspect of the order that you've requested is done to a T. The quality of it, everything is done by hand.